So I have to react to this video from TikTok, and I've seen it on other channels, that this trans woman is upset that a gynecologist would not see him, whatever it is. It's a biological man who had all the surgeries to become a woman, and that's their prerogative. They can do what they want. But basically what they're saying is this discrimination because the gynecologist will not treat a trans woman, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. So watch this quick clip.
I mean, because I need to be checked, you know, I mean, they got to use a speculum, they've got to take a sample, that type of thing, check for tears, blah, 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 right? I mean, makes sense. And so what they had said to me is like, well, we don't do that here. And I'm like, but you're a gynecologist office. Why wouldn't you? Well, we don't treat trans patients. So you're discriminating against me is what you're telling me. You know? My female doctor in Toronto would have taken you in a heartbeat. Damn. Yeah, I am pretty pissed. You know, it's so hard to find a gynecologist that can even
there's a special place in hell for him.
You know, and I don't understand it. So
see that smoke?
I don't know.
He lost all his teeth. That's why he ain't got 2 teeth in his mouth. That damn smoke you saying.
You know,
it's called periodontal disease.
So yeah, that person needs all the tests that a biological woman needs, whatever that may be. I don't know. But I do know this. I have a wife. I have daughters. And I know what it's like for them to try to get an appointment at a gynecologist. They have to wait for months and months and months just to get an appointment. So now, this transgender movement, these biological men who are now women want to go see gynecologists. And they want to get on a waiting list and take the place of a biological female who really needs to go see the gynecologist because they have the woman parts. And this person does not. But of course, it's discrimination because that's a real woman who had surgery and now believes that a gynecologist should be treating them because they had their penis removed and in turn, whatever they call the surgery, so now they have a vagina. How is that discrimination? A gynecologist treats women, biological women with ovaries, women who can have children and have whatever other problems a woman may encounter that they need to see that doctor for. But this person doesn't see why they can't be treated. Well, they don't have the same parts, if you will, that a biological woman has. Now, they're free to call themselves a woman all they want. I really don't care. And if they believe that, that's fine. But how about the doctors that are performing these surgeries? They should be the doctors maybe treating these trans women. Why should a specialist, a gynecologist who treats women, have to perform procedures or tests on someone who's not biologically a female? I think it defeats the whole purpose. What are they going to find in a biological man that they would find in a biological woman other than, I'm going to have to say nothing? And you heard the person say, check for tears or whatever, and I don't even want to think about that. But it's just so absurd that this is where we are today. That person doesn't need a gynecologist because they don't have a menstrual cycle. They can't have babies. They don't have a uterus. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing as a society that because individuals say they're now women, that they need to see the same types of physicians that women see? When I know there's women watching this video, I'm sure you know what it's like to get an appointment at a gynecologist. Again, I've seen My wife has to wait for months, and my daughter is the same thing. But now the transgender women want to be included on the waiting list to see these doctors when there's no reason they need to be seeing them. They could still go to their normal doctor, an internal medicine doctor, or whatever, that could do the same things that a gynecologist could do, but the internist doesn't have to do that because this person is not biologically a female. And this is the problem today. Because for whatever reason that person chose to become a woman and knock yourself out, all the power to you. You do you. But you should not expect a physician who's extremely busy to add you to their patient list when there's nothing they could do for you. Nothing. You have nothing internally that they can examine because you were not born that way. So how is that discrimination that the doctor refused to see you? And you heard that person say the doctor in Toronto or wherever would see them. Well, then go to Toronto. That's on you. That's not discrimination for a specialist. I guess a gynecologist is a specialist. I don't know. But to put a biological man who's now a woman on their list of patients to see because there's hundreds of women who need to get in to see these doctors for whatever reason. So that's absurd that person calls it discrimination. And no, it's not transphobic, it's not bigotry, it's not hatred. It's reality. It's absolute 100% factual reality that person was not born with the same internal organs as a woman, meaning ovaries, uterus, or whatever else a woman's born with, that they need to go see certain doctors when they're having a problem or they need just an annual checkup or whatever. So now we're at the point where transgender women are going to cry discrimination when a certain doctor won't see them. They should not have to see them. And this is absolutely absurd that people are even talking about this. You've always had a doctor. You had your change surgery. So go see the doctor that performed that surgery. And I'm sure they'll be happy to treat you for whatever ailment you may or may not have. These doctors should not, under any circumstances, have to treat a biological man who is now a woman because, quite frankly, again, they don't have the same female parts internally that a biological woman does. So no, I don't believe it's discrimination. I don't believe it's transphobic. I don't believe it's bigotry. You can be whoever you want. You can say you are whatever you are. But don't cry discrimination because a certain doctor won't see you because that doctor cannot do anything for you. End of story, plain and simple. It's absolutely ridiculous that we are seeing this more and more and more, that these people are getting upset because they want to be something that they weren't born as, but now it's discrimination and whatever else they're going to call it because they can't see a gynecologist. Stop this nonsense and just go on with your life and don't complain when a certain doctor won't see you, because I believe that doctor doesn't have to see you, even though, yes, they're a medical professional who swore an oath to take care of people, but you don't have the same parts, if you will, that a biological woman was born with. So this is nonsense. And again, it's not transphobic, it's not bigotry, it's not hatred. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that someone like this person would go on a public platform and complain and cry discrimination because they couldn't see a gynecologist. Stop the nonsense, live your life, and leave the rest of us alone. How many times do people have to say this? This is getting way out of control, and it's not necessary. It's reality, and that's all it will ever be. And that's it. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, share this video with someone. I'd appreciate that. To let people see what's going on here. No one cares that there's transgender people. No one cares. They can exist just like we exist. But they shouldn't have to see the same kind of physicians that biological women see. And that's just my belief, okay? And I'm not a scientist, a medical professional, nothing like that. It's just my belief, and it actually makes sense if you think about it, that they shouldn't have to go see a gynecologist. And that's it again. Hope everybody's healthy and safe. Have a great day.